All right, we should be live. I apologize today. VOD watchers doesn't apply to you, but for today, live stream's a little early. But I had some time, and I kind of want to knock some stuff out early. I don't really feel like waiting, so I hope that's all right. Again, the schedule in the Discord is kind of, plus or minus 30 minutes anyway. So it is what it is. Anyway, today the plan is to continue on and stop, actually lock in and get these cookies working, right? So we generate the valid token. We built out the front end last time. And now we need to give the token back to the client, which we do, right? We get that from here, from this post request to the server. And then, so we have to figure out how to actually store that into a cookie that can then be used to authenticate a protected route. So that's the plan for today. If I can finish that, we're cooking. I don't know. I don't know if I store it in a cookie or a session. I just kind of, wasn't sure what to do there. But you're basically a full stack dev? Getting there. I don't know if I'm quite there yet, but we're making our way. So I kind of want to see, I don't know if I should use cookie parser. Like, I spent some time before stream looking up some, articles to get this working. So that's kind of the plan. So I just want to see if this is, this is a little out of date. I'm hesitant to use, I don't want to use an out of date package because it says, okay, last published 2 years ago. How many days have you spent on this project or like in general? Because it's 103, day 103, but on this project, probably like 4 days, 4 streams. Too long, frankly. So, let me see, cookie parser alternative, maybe? Express session versus cookie session. Because, I don't want to use... Okay, so express session is a thing that exists, okay. But I don't know if I can store a cookie with express session. 4 streams, that's a lot. Oh, for just the backend? No, for just the backend, it was like 2 streams. I kind of restarted once, because again, and this is what you guys, what my streams kind of show is, it can be a bit of a bumpy road, right? Like I may not learn or may not get it on the first try, which is fine. So yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of, anyone who's watched the stream, like anime, this, it's it's a lot of trial and error. Okay, so this is using session storage, but does this use express session? Like what does this use here? Okay, yeah, so we have our login, and we need to actually store it. Okay. Session storage. Oh, I guess that's just a React thing. But again, I don't know where this is storing it though. Storage, session storage, data. So is session storage, see cookies, session storage isn't the same as cookies. Okay, so then that's not really that helpful. Store JSON Web Tokens in your app state. Send the JSON with an authentication header with all the requests from the front to back. This is what I was thinking of doing, right? I wanted to send the JSON Web Token from the front to the back. So I basically, here's my sequence that I've got planned out. So basically, I've got, oh wait, where is it? it would be here. So client enters their login credentials. Client sends the credentials to the server to generate a valid JSON Web Token. The server sends back the JSON Web Token. And then when the client wants to access the protected route, the client requests verification route with the JSON Web Token in header, in the authentication header, or authorization, I think. And then the server authenticates the given token back from the client. So it's like kind of like a double back and forth. But that's my current working model, I guess. Okay. Okay, so that's what this said here. But I don't know how to store it on the client side, right? Because I was thinking, okay, store it in a cookie, right? Yeah, so generate 2 tokens. Refresh token should be stored in an HTTP cookie. Backend will access the refresh token in HTTP only cookie and decide it's valid. Okay, this is a different comment though. There's definitely is a way to handle frontend sent HTTP only cookies and extract your JSON Web Token from that cookie on the backend. Okay, so this is for the backend extraction. Okay, so this is our auth here. So we have cookies, but what library is that though? So I have cores in the backend, that's fine. Res.cookie. Oh, so I can send a cookie back like this. Okay, so maybe let's do this then. Let's screw these libraries, right? Let's see res.cookie here. Express res.cookie function. So the res.cookie function is used to set the cookie in the client's browser. This is exactly what we want, right? Okay, so this is good. So I don't know then how to access it, but that's okay. We can get to that point after. So we set it as okay, so that's the origin, and then the expires, and then all this stuff. Okay, so this is good. Now I don't know what the params are for this, or like the, okay, so we can say, yeah, like where's the API usage here? Res.cookie API. No. I just want like a specification, but whatever, it's fine. Yo, Gervier, how's it going? Welcome. Okay, so this is still using cookie parser. That's not really what I want. I just want let's go to the Express docs then. Let's see if they're in the Express docs. Cookie. Oh, there's cookie parser middleware. Session middleware. Oh, so this is okay. So this is with cookie parser. Okay, let's back out of this. Okay, let's just try this. Let's just do res.cookie in the backend and see what happens. I'm kind of curious. So I think we send that over obviously in our middleware here. When we log in, not when we log in, when we sign up, right? No, log in. Because then you have to re-log in. Okay, so you have the token here, and so we're sending it back as res.json, but I wonder then if I can do res.cookie here, right? And then so we can call it, what was the name of it? But then how do you give it data though? Origin expires, HTTP only secure, same site. Because then where is the cookie, or where is the data actually set in here? I guess I may be confused on what this even does. Okay, so we can get our cookie there. Dot post with credentials dot then response. All right, so this is the front end. But like, okay, so you generate a token here. Oh, it's passed here. This is where the data is. Okay, cool. So the spec here is, so we have the, where is it? So we have the name and then the value. Okay, that's good. So we'll say, let's just say token for now. And then we can give it some parameters. So I'm just going to say, do we have the server URL stored in the server, I wonder? Oh, we have the port, though. Okay. I'll just say, this isn't ideal. And then we can set the expires to, like, so let's just set it to be like, so is this milliseconds? Max age in milliseconds. Okay, so we can just say max age then. So it's max age in milliseconds. So we would want, if let's say we want it to last an hour, then an hour is 36, what is it, 3,600 seconds, right? So it'd be 3,600 seconds and then times 1,000. So that'd be 3,600,000 milliseconds, I think, right? Does this need to be imported? Maybe. And then we could say HTTP only true, maybe. Okay, so what's the problem here? No overload matches this call. Is this not a string? So we can actually say, we have to actually say that this is a if token, right? And then the origin is wrong. Options, cookie options. Origin does not exist in type. Maybe that spec is wrong. Maybe the origin is just inferable. Maybe I don't even need to worry about that. And then otherwise, I want to res.status. Let's see what the status codes are again. Shit. HTTP status codes. Server error. Because these are client errors, right? 400 is client error. So server error would be probably just a server error, 500. Cookie, or not so cookie, token, malformed token. Or token does not exist. Something like this, I don't know. That should be fine. All right, let's see if this even works. I think we want to actually add, well, actually, I think that's when we send it back. We put the bearer and then the token. That's actually in the client side. So let's see if this actually sends it. Yo, how's it going, Marco? Welcome, welcome. Glad to see you, my friend. Okay, so let's boot up the server and the client. So cd, let's do the server on this one, and then pnpm run dev. Okay, server's on, and then we'll get the, actually let's get the, database up here. Okay, so I think it's just test and test, if I remember correctly. That's our first, okay. All right, so this is good. So I think if we log in then, we should be all good. So if we log in, test, and then we go to the network. Okay. So that should have worked. Okay, so this was the, I think this was the get request, right? For the actual, oh no, that was the send, okay. So then the response, there was no response. And then, okay, so there's no response there. So now we need to check the cookies. Right, so then we need to go into that, which would be where? Other sources? No. Elements? Not elements. Security? Again, this is my first time doing any of this, right? Application. Okay, so that's what we want. We want application. There we go. So then we should have a cookie in here, right? Or not. Background services. We should have a cookie on this on the client side, ideally. Maybe do a res.json or JSON like success or something. We could try relogging in here. Let's go back to the network. Let's just refresh the page. Okay, so that's that. So there's 204, no content given. Oh, but we got an error here. Oh, this was the same error that we were getting last time. I'm not 100% sure what this is caused by, but it's not actually anything breaking. Okay, so the server, there's no error on the server. I use PNPM, yeah, I switched over anime for security reasons. It's also faster and less storage, I read, so I'm using PNPM. Again, I think it's pretty much the same as NPM, but my understanding is that PNPM doesn't actually store or it somehow doesn't store all the dependencies like locally or something. I'm not 100% sure. I'm gonna be fully real. Let's go to, okay, this is not what we want, right? Application. Yeah, so there's no cookie in here. Only show cookies with an issue. No, so there's no cookie. So that's interesting. So these should be like expiry, right? What are these headings? Okay, so this is not working, and we didn't get a success either, which is peculiar. Unless, I don't know. Okay, so let's just redo this. Network, application. Let's go to network again, actually. Okay, so there's our, yeah, so we're getting a 204 status and no response, right? So interesting. And I wonder if that's maybe because I don't do anything in this submit here, and then maybe I need to like redirect or something, right? So I wonder, okay. I wonder then if I have to trigger a create cookie on this side? I don't know. Reso cookie cart. I wonder if, what are the options? I guess it doesn't really say, does it? I wonder if the HTTP only is the problem here. Because I don't really know what that, like, does that mean it doesn't store as a cookie or something? I'm not sure. Let's just remove that just to eliminate stuff. Okay, so this, I don't think, actually I want to keep that open. This can go, I'll just send this over here. This can go, okay. let's just try this again. Okay. Yeah, so still no response for some reason. And it should have sent the response here. Yeah, so defaults to, oh, I wonder if if the cookie is actually path specific. Is that true? Wait a minute. I saw something there for a second. Wait, so if we give it the path of login, then does that then store the cookie in the log? Just because we're not redirecting, right? Yet, right? So again, I don't know. I'm just trying shit and seeing what works. Yeah, so still no response is kind of weird. I don't know why I'm selecting that. Okay. Application KS, still nothing here. I guess this would be the path anyway, so it should have shown up here anyway. So that's okay. Interesting. Yeah, this is the login. This is the login middleware. So let's try rebooting the server. I don't know. I think it's tests and tests. Failed to execute JSON on response. Oh, maybe because I wonder if this is what the, oh, okay, so this was the issue here. Okay, so actually doing this fucked up the front end. Okay, yeah, that's not a problem. Okay, so let's do a .status 200. Okay, yo, how's it going, Mohammed? Welcome. Okay, so this should be fine then. Okay, we got no problems. Here's our login. Okay, we still have 204 status code. And is this cache here? I wonder if that's the problem. I wonder if disable cache is the issue. Yeah, I don't know. Because I saw, like, when I go over here, I'd see something appear, right? For like a second. But I don't know if that's just, you know. Because we could also just store it in the session storage, but I don't really want to do that. Oh, wait, so this is not, okay. Now I wonder though, actually, if it's stored on the server side, is the cookie then stored on the server? Like, I don't know. I genuinely have no idea. Let's just do /API. Oh wait, is this not running? This should actually send something back. Maybe not. Maybe there is no getter for this. Oh yeah, I should. Res.json. Okay, so this should just give me, oh, maybe it's just in the application. Okay, so it's not in here either, apparently. That's interesting. So if I log it again, yeah, we keep getting 204. And no cookies here either, okay. Because I thought it would send to the client, but I don't know. What language is this? Which specifically this? This is TypeScript, but it's using Express. I'm using Express as the backend framework, Node and Express. Yeah, so that's interesting. So I thought this would set the cookie, but I don't know. Node is runtime. Yes, exactly. How's it going, Mahin? Welcome. But yes, it is the runtime. There are other runtimes, like Bun is the other one that I'm familiar with for backend. Okay, yeah. So I don't know. I honestly don't know why this cookie res dot cookie not setting cookie in browser. Like I don't know. Okay, so let's like clear some of these out. Actually, I could probably get rid of the Odin one. Okay. Express doesn't set a cookie. Okay, so this might be where we want to. The server response comes with cookie set. I use fetch in a client-side code. If you do not specify credentials include in fetch options, cookies are neither sent to the server nor saved by a browser. Interesting. Okay, so let's give that a shot after the break, guys. So okay, credentials is include. So that would need to be in our login user handler, right? So we would need to put this guy, we would need to put it in here. Actually, we'd probably just do like up here, right? Credentials include. Maybe that'll fix it. And this was asked when? 10 years ago. It was modified a year ago. Okay, interesting. I'm just kind of browsing this now. Okay, so but I don't think it matters. I think this is probably like an HTTP specific thing that wouldn't change, right? So that's good. Weren't credentials included for cores? I'm not sure. I don't know. All I know about cores, I'm not gonna lie to you, is that it basically lets my it's a function that basically lets my backend talk to my front end. It's basically as far as my understanding for cores goes. I haven't really done any deep diving into that. I've kind of been taking it for granted, not gonna lie, at least a little bit. But like that's basically like but cross origin in the sense that like maybe there's like, you know, it can basically send basically lets my backend be accessed by different origin points or something like that. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, but that's like kind of my like vague, oversimplified understanding. But anyway, so. Actually just going to do a res.json hello world or something. Hello API. I don't know. I'm also learning auth, so yeah, trying to understand OAuth and OIDC. Yeah, I've heard of OAuth before. Isn't OAuth basically a framework or a library that lets you use like Google accounts or like GitHub or whatever else? I don't know what other accounts you have to connect. Microsoft, whatever it is, like it basically lets you connect like those kinds of large enterprise level Google login. Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought. Basically lets you use your Google or your Microsoft or your whatever to log into your service. Yeah, I've heard of OAuth before. I haven't actually I haven't used it, but I'm familiar roughly a little bit, kind of. I don't know. So that's cool. So I don't need this then. So now this should actually set properly. So gotta love, you know, Stack Exchange. Don't spend a hell of a lot of time on auth since you really won't be shipping your own auth in prod. Yeah, that's fair. I'm more so doing it, Mahin, not even to like learn how to do it in the future, but more so I think it just teaches, it's a really good way of teaching you the theory. So like even if you abstract auth in your own app in the future, it's still good to know like under the hood how it's working, right? And I feel like this exercise is kind of good for that, if that makes any sense. But no, I totally hear you. Like this is probably like the one time I'll do this, but again, through practice, it kind of lets you understand, you know, yeah, okay, yeah, that's what you did, nice. But that's kind of, again, yeah, that's why I'm doing this exercise. So, yeah. And then I'm just going to turn this into a little, I don't know, multi-user messaging app or something like that, where you just like, it's like a message board essentially. And then there's going to be a little role-based access where you can have an admin that can like delete messages. Just a basic thing. I'm probably not even going to deploy it, honestly. It's not worth it. Okay, let's get back to this. So now we can actually test whether this works. We have login, so there's no response. But then we can, if we go to application, okay, this should have worked then, I thought. Maybe we need to reboot the server. Test and then test. Network. Login. Okay, so you know what I might need to do? Maybe I could do a res.cookie.send and then send back the token. Or something, right? That's the sign up, okay. That's sick. You learn a lot about sockets if you go down with chat messaging stuff. Yeah. I'm not going to go, I don't think I'm going to go like that far on this project. But yeah, essentially it's going to be, it's based off of what the Odin Project recommends to do. But yeah, it's essentially going to be just like a message board app or whatever the hell. Okay, so I don't know why this isn't, so we have our token here, and then we should probably redirect. So where, okay, so we have, oh, you know what? Oh no, I have credentials here. Okay, so that's fine. Method post credentials include sign up. I need this navigator. Const navigate is use navigate from there, and then I can navigate in here. I can navigate back to the root or whatever the hell. Although that should navigate is declared, this value is never read. Is that not how I did it in the sign up? Navigate. Oh, because this is the wrong spot. I can't read. It needs to be in here. Okay. Wrong scoping. Okay, perfect. Okay, so then now if we log in, it should redirect us, ideally. Didn't even redirect us, interesting. Why? I think there's something funky going on. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Yo, what's going on, Mohammed? You could ship your own prod, that's a homework problem. Oh, what do you mean? Okay, so this isn't redirecting anyway. So I don't even know if this handle submit is even doing anything. Like, are we even getting a token? kind of confused here, guys. Like, do we even get? Oh boy. Okay. Wait, is this? It's been blocked by CORS policy. Header response must not be the wildcard when the request credentials and more modes include. Okay, so it failed to fetch. I didn't see this. Okay. Response to pre-flight request doesn't pass access control check. Oh, it was an uncaught error too. I should probably do this in a try catch, right? That's why you do this. Okay. So now if I do this, it'll throw an error, I think client side, right? Or no? That's okay. Guys, I have a question about business approach. What's the plan to build a startup? What do you mean? Like just generally speaking? I've never built a startup before. Okay, wait, let's go back to network and then let's just send this here. Shit. Okay, so it's giving me a 204, but then we get this shit. Okay. So I wonder that if that's addressed in here. Mode same origin. Maybe this is what we need. Maybe this is what we need too. Oh, and then we can maybe this too. Accept application JSON. Okay, so let's clear this. Okay, so it's the same problem. Okay, request mode is same origin, but the URL's origin. Oh, because it's a different. Okay, so it's a different. That actually won't work then. Content type application JSON. Okay, so that didn't do it because now okay. So credentials include, and then what else could we maybe include in here? Accept. Maybe that's the other problem. I don't know. Just kind of trying stuff. Okay. Access has been blocked by CORS policy. Response to pre-flight request doesn't pass access control check. Uncaught and promise. Failed to fetch. Yeah, so let's see how to fix this guy. Okay, so this was a very similar. I already had been on this for some reason. Try researching about setting origin, maybe? Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to learn how to do code as well. I'm still doing HTML and CSS tutorials. It's awesome, Mubs. Nice. Authorization basic. Oh, access control allow origin. Maybe this is what we need. This might be what we need. If you don't control the server your frontend code is sending a request to, and the problem with the response from the server is just lack of the necessary, you'll still get things to work. You usually run your own proxy. I have a feeling this is through, but I thought that's what CORS did. Maybe when I'm sending shit from the client to the, I thought that's what this did. I thought my understanding was that this CORS thing injected headers into stuff coming from a client, right? But I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I thought this would inject headers. So like, let's see, express CORS docs. Like, I don't know what this does. Okay, so let's see. You asked this question to many developers. Some of them said that it's easy, just bring your team and find clients. I mean, I don't know. Sounds good to me. I've never tried it. I wouldn't use SQL. I guess you can. Yeah, I'm using it. I'm using it just to learn, and then I'm about to actually get into. I'm about to get into ORM soon, kitty boy. That's the next thing after auth is ORMs. Okay, so maybe this is interesting. Okay, so we have cores options. So I wonder if it's a server-side issue or a client-side issue. I thought we already did that through this app.use cores. Okay. Cores options is origin, and then this would be like from the client, I would assume, right? This is the client. And then credentials true. So maybe that's what we need. And then for this, I can do app.ye. I have to do that for each route, right? I could give it a shot. No, so that would be in the router. So then I would need to put in the cores options inside of here. So I would have to say something like origin is client URL, right? And then, oh shit, what? Cannot access client URL before initialization. What? Fuck it. So 5173. I think that's Vite. Yeah, so that's the origin. Okay. And then we do cores options before this. And insert it as middleware, right? And then, oh wait, that's not what I want. What the I should be able to import it, right? Import cores, yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay, so now we know the origin. So I don't know if knowing the origin is worth it for this. Yeah, setups cores on the server side always, not the client. Yeah, that makes sense, Mohin. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. Or I'm trying to, anyway. Okay, so it's still the same problem. So this apparently doesn't fix it. Okay, so it's been blocked by cores policy. Response to the pre-flight request doesn't pass access control. The value of the access control allow origin header in the response must not be the wildcard. But how is it the wildcard if I... So I don't know. Okay, so let's go to the I guess there's no response stuff though. Like I don't even know how to see that. Oh, response headers. Allow, okay, so this is where it is. This is where it's the wildcard, right? Interesting. Your project architecture is so good. I appreciate that, Mohammed. It's midnight out here. I'll be dropping. Keep up the work, man. I appreciate that, Mohammed. Thanks for supporting. But yeah, no, I tried my best. I don't know. I mean, it's not like the best. Okay, so we have this. So how do we edit this guy? I don't know. Yeah, so it needs to match it exactly. But then this is what. So do I need to, as far as the front end for the fetch request and the question, yeah, but I want to do the server side though, I thought. Cross origin resource. Even without that, the content type header will also trigger. What pre-flight means, before the browser tries to post the code in question, it first sends an options request to the server, determines if the server is opting into receiving cross-origin posts. The response needs options request must have headers like this. Yeah, so it doesn't, right? Because there's no methods and there's no headers, nothing like this. Oh, actually it does have the methods. And it has content type. As an allowed one. If the options doesn't include this as okay. Okay, but then how do we fix it then? The way to avoid triggering a pre-flight for this case in question would be if the server didn't require an authorization request header, but instead, okay, no, if the server didn't require the post body to have a content type. Okay. What did it say? Credentials, requests, and wildcards. Maybe wildcards. Oops. Oh, no, not here. Ah, here we go. The server must not specify the wildcard for access control origin. That's fine, we understand that. But I don't know how to change that, right? That's what I'm trying to figure out. But I thought this would fix it. Maybe credentials is true. App.use cores. Problem is because you add the following code as the request header in your front end. The header belongs in the response. Then your backend, you have to handle the pre-flight request by returning the response headers. Okay, then but where do you get those response headers? Or how do you do this? Okay, so let's go back to, okay, so there's too many things open here. Okay, so let's do response headers. Is that a thing? Is this AI? Oh, dude. Oh, it's res.set, I see, res.header, okay. So let's do this. Header sent. Okay. Oh, that just tells you whether you've sent them or not. Res.append, res.headers. Res.header, res.set, res.type. I can just try this. So if I go to my login, Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. If I go to my login middleware, then I can do res.cookie. Okay, so then I can actually add the headers here. So I can say res.set header field to value. Okay, so then access control allow origin to our client, right? So HTTP so does this just like work? And then I don't know if I need to do the methods or the allow headers necessarily. Because maybe this header, no, actually this should be fine. Okay, so let's see if this does anything different. Let's clear this out. Okay, so that's fine. So that's nothing. Doesn't change anything. Okay, so for some reason the access control allow origin didn't change here. I don't know why. Maybe because it wasn't even allowed in. Because if I do something like, does it even like, so if I put in the wrong password, does it even, yeah, so it doesn't even try to log in, right? So that's the other thing, is it doesn't even try to log in. So if I put in like bogus credentials, it should like, you know, say, you can't log in, whatever, return back some sort of thing. Okay, so then that makes me wonder then if it's, oh wait, was I looking at, no, that's the response header, okay. Yeah, so I think it's getting blocked before it even gets to this point, right? So that's part of the problem. So then, is there anything I can do? Sending in the front end to fix that. So I wonder then if that actually needs to happen. So I would have thought that this, because it needs to happen in here. So cores set header. I thought this middleware would have done the work for me, but maybe not. Okay, but then let's try not app using cores then. Okay, let's get out of the front end for a second. Okay, so let's go back to our server. So we're app.useCores. But actually, you know what? Let's specify the cores options here, because we're only going to accept from this origin anyway, or we're only going to need that origin. So we only actually need this. I wonder if we just specify the, you know, the cores options here. Like now, it doesn't, you know. Okay, so then so we're doing this app.use first, and then that should just have this as being the, actually I think client URL is fine to put here. Okay. Now the origin point should only ever be this, which is fine. So if we, okay, so let's go back to our like main page here. Okay, so what does the API say here? Yeah, so access control allow origin. So now you can see the API is showing the right localhost. Okay, so now I wonder if this will fix it. Did we get an error? We did still. Why? Oh, access control out credentials header and response is blank, which must be true. Okay, so then I would need to do credentials is true here. Okay, this is a different error though, so that's good. Okay, it actually worked, I think. All right, so it returned nothing. I don't know why it returned nothing. Why did it return nothing? I don't know. And then we go to our network. Okay, so we have login, API. Oh, because I went back to the... Okay, but then now let's check the application and see if there's a cookie. Ah, there it is, guys. There's the cookie. Perfect. Took an hour, but I figured it out. Okay, just in time for the end of this session too. There's the token. Okay. So I don't know if I want to blanket apply these options. But that actually is like huge. Okay, so now we have the token, right? But then what we're gonna need is okay, so then we go back to our controller and then we send the token, but the token is like undefined or something. I don't know. Because it like looks like what am I printing here? Go to login, console.log token. I think that's what this was. So it doesn't even show that there's a token there. And then it navigates back to the root, which is not what we want to do. I think we want to navigate to the protected route, right? Cool. That doesn't even matter. Okay, so then we did this on the server side. So it doesn't even matter. Okay, so we're going to want to navigate to... we don't even need to return anything. We just kind of do a wait here and then navigate. Because then that'll set the cookie, right? Perfect. Okay, nice. I'm going to commit this before I forget. All right, so let's just say server update cores to allow cookies, or save cookie to client from server, from server, and then I'm going to say uses res.cookies. Cookie, is it cookies or cookie? I don't remember. Auth controller, res.cookie, okay. I'm going to say modify cores policy on the server to only accept from client requests from client localhost 5173 and allow credentials. Nice. Good. Yo, how's it going, Linus? Welcome, welcome. I think you were actually the one. I just replied to your comment on YouTube a couple hours ago. It's nice to see you. Just on a break right now. Okay. So now we can get into the protected route business, I think. So we can do that now. So that's the next order of business. Server sends back as cookie, right? Okay, so we have this done. And then we need to do this, and then we need to create a protected route. Actually, probably want to do that first, right? Okay. And then so we'll go into doing the protected route stuff. I also need to have a token validator inside of the server side too. So that's fine. Yeah, I commented there, though. Pretty bored at work currently since we use AI a lot. Nice to see someone actually learning like this. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think, again, like I have had a mild interest in computers for like probably half my life at this point. Oh, you do web dev work, nice. Or I'm assuming that's what you're meaning. But yeah, no, anyway, so I kind of like taught myself how to code sort of when I was like a kid, but I don't know, I've had a passive interest in, I don't know, when AI came out, I immediately was like, this is, you know, bullshit for people that actually like enjoy coding and learning as like a craft, right? Because there's a joy in it, I think, that especially these days has been kind of stamped out by the AI overlords, you know. And I'm trying to kind of have a place where that joy of coding is kind of reinvigorated, I guess, reemphasized. Because again, and you know, not only for enjoyment purposes, but also just because I think, again, AI isn't a fix-all, right? We still need to have developers that know the underlying technologies that they work with, AI or otherwise. So, yeah, because at the end of the day, all of these things are built by people, right? The AI is working with interfaces and technologies that are built by people. So anyway, I don't know. That's kind of my take on that, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, but no, that's cool. I kind of wish I had, maybe I'd actually be, what's the term? Brought down to earth a little bit if I got a dev job, like a proper dev job, with like maybe you know, a little bit discouraged because of AI, but I work in the safe you know, land of public sector IT, so we don't really use AI a whole lot at work because it's a lot of just, I mean, we don't even really develop stuff. We just, you know, do administrative work, right? It's more like sysadmin stuff. Yeah, we don't really build systems. We work with existing systems, more or less. Keep the grind, mate. Appreciate that, Dream Volk. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about this token refresh stuff yet. I'm just going to... Okay, so now I need to send... All right, so I need to do a protected route, right? So let's do that first. So we got this guy. Can I get rid of this? Get rid of this. Get rid of this. Okay, so let's get into our, where was it? React router, wasn't it? Oh yeah, that would have been here. Okay. So now let's go to the framework. We need to do protected routes. Somehow. I could probably just look it up. Protected route. I don't know. Component routes. I don't think this is what I want. Resource routes. No, that's not really it. Okay. So is there any specific thing I need here? Ah, I see. So we kind of just handle it in this kind of specific way. Okay, so this is using the declarative approach. But I think, let's see what this guy does. Okay, so we're giving it a token, right? Yeah. Okay, so this is essentially what we do. So let's make a new route. So let's go into routes. Let's go new file. I'll say messages or message board.tsx maybe. Const message board, because this is the route we're going to want to protect, right? And we just return h1 message board. Something like this. Doesn't really matter. We can handle the protection part. Doesn't matter what the the content is. Good for you. I appreciate that. Try my best. I want to, get my skills to a point where I can, eventually get into the software industry and hopefully make a meaningful impact and advance my career a little bit. That's the end goal. Because IT is fine, but it's not where I want to be forever. So I want to break out of that at some point. Okay. So I can do navigator as well. Okay. So that's fine. So I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Oh, this was the implementation here. Children token navigate to login replace. Okay, so we need to take in a token here, right? Which we need to get the token. Okay, so this is what we need to do. So this is what we do. So when we navigate on the login, we need to navigate to, we actually need to add the route, right? Okay, so let's add the route. No. We're going to call it message board. And then message board. Right? Okay, there's our route. We have our token in here. Okay, we don't need the router. We need to go to the login message board. We need to navigate there. Can I actually include option? Okay, so options. Can I include props with this though? I wonder. Const handle submit. Navigate to message board. I want to send it. I want to send it the token, right? So it's like, let's go to use navigate. Because I want to give it stuff, right? Turns a function that lets you navigate programmatically in the browser in response to, okay, so to is a string path. Options is relative, replace state. Okay, so maybe there's no way of doing this because, okay, so let's see navigating then. Navigate link. Redirect. You could redirect to another URL. Okay. But then how can I send the token here? Oh, I guess I could get it from the... I don't even need to pass it in, right? I guess I could get it from the cookie. I don't even need to pass it in as a prop. I guess I could just get it from the cookie, right? So now what we need to do is, I didn't actually think of that for some reason. Okay, so we have this as a cookie. So we need to access the cookie, right? Cookies. So we have create cookies. And then so we can request.headers.get res.redirects or redirect headers set cookie. But I want to get the data out of that thing, right? Const cookie headers request.headers.get. User prefs is from cookie server. So I need to get that cookie. Man, I miss using Express. We're doing Django and React in my current work, but Express is my first framework that I learned years ago. I like how minimal it is. Yeah, I'm using it again. Like I'm using it to learn mostly. But yeah, I don't have experience with any other frameworks, but I quite enjoy it actually. It's nice. Okay, so I need to access cookie from React router. Get cookie with React. Maybe I can just do it with React straight up, right? Oh, so there's a package for it, I see. How up to date is this? Okay, it's fairly up to date. Simple lightweight JavaScript API for handling cookies client side. Does this like work with... All right, let's give this a go. It's worth a shot. Okay. All right. So let's try getting a cookie out of this. Actually, let's just put the cookie straight up onto this thing. So we'll do like use state or something. Okay, so let's do import cookies from JS cookie form from. This should be fine. Cookies is declared. This should have worked though. Oh, it's JS cookie. Yeah, no, that's fine. Cannot find declaration file for JS cookie. Oh, maybe because I need the types. Yeah, okay. PNPM add type / JS cookie. I always forget that. Okay, now that should fix it. There we go. It's really good when you get started, so it's fine. That's awesome. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's good. Yeah, I don't know. I've had some people come in here and say, "Oh, Express is so out of date, blah 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 blah." It's like, okay, but I'm just learning, right? It's these core concepts like working with cookies, request response, learning like the HTTP specs, like these kinds of fundamental full stack concepts, right? Like that's what I'm getting out of this really. Express is mainly at the end of the day just more of a means to an end for learning these concepts, right? So that's kind of the important thing. Okay, so we have our cookies, and then we can get the cookie. So we can just straight up do this. Cookies dot get maybe, and then we can get token. All right, let's see if this works even. So let's try logging in. There's our cookie. Sick. Awesome. However, okay, so this gave me a big problem. Hydration, what the hell is that? Server rendered text didn't match the client. As a result, the tree will be regenerated on the client. This can happen if an SSR client component used. Oh, interesting. Oh, it's probably because I tried to put like the cookies.get in some sort of like header or something heading. Could be something like that. Like if I refresh this, I don't know. Okay, it's still the same problem. I don't know. I don't know what the hell this even means. Hydration mismatch. Can this open, please? What the hell is this? You'll need to hydrate it on the client. Oh, because this was generated from the server. Okay. So even though it's a cookie, because it was generated from the server, okay. So we can do that then. So we can say, should I just do this by default? Is that even like a valid thing to do? I don't know. Okay, let's try this then. So if we go to our root, which is where here, so I need to hydrate the root. So our layout with our children, const root is hydrate root. Where would I put this? Because I'm using React router. Okay, let's try that. React router hydrate root. Maybe? I don't know. Hydrate fallback event. If you're using server-side rendering and you're leveraging partial hydration, then you can specify an element component to render. Okay, create browser router. ID. Okay, but then how do I like, these are links. Okay, so I don't know. Export function layout. Ah, okay, so this is our app here. Return outlet. This only works if using a data router. Okay. I don't know if I actually can like hydrate this thing. So I forget what exactly is an outlet again. Outlet. Renders the matching child route of a parent route if nothing, no child match. Oh, I see. Okay, okay. So that gets that from this routes.ts, right? So where's that? Where do we get that from? Routes.ts. It's got to be connected somewhere in here. Unless it's not. Maybe there's something in the back end that's doing it. I don't know. Okay, so that's not what I need. Hydrated router. Framework mode router components can be used to hydrate a router from server router. Okay. Yeah, this is getting a little bit complicated. Hydrate was replaced by hydrate root. Using hydrate, okay. I'm assuming, yeah, I'm assuming again, because this this message board is taking from some server, you know, because the cookie was populated by the server, right? Or rendered on the server, I don't know. On some sort of like Mandarin Chinese website. Okay, that's not what that's not what I want. Get out. Okay. Server app, but then where is that, like? No. I don't know. Because again, this stuff here was generated by the React router. Like this, most of this code, except actually all of it, all the code in root.tsx was generated by the React router framework. So I don't want to like touch it really. But I don't know where to call this. Okay, so app. Okay, so this is our app.js, right? So then index.js. Oh, I guess that's invisible to us, isn't it? Oh, okay. This is okay. Okay, I see. These are just types, though. But it's doing, React Router's doing some sneaky stuff here, right? Yeah, maybe that's just typing. Maybe that's just types. React Router config. Ah, is this why? I wonder if this is the problem. If I set this to false, now will this work without an error? I don't know. Okay, so if we go to, okay, provide an index way better UX is when your app is loading JS modules. Okay, I don't know what this is. Yeah, I don't know what the hell. I don't know what this is doing. This is our error boundary stuff. Okay, hydrate, fallback. An initial page load, the route component renders only after the client loader is finished. Yeah, okay, I don't care. Let's just see if this, perfect. No error this time. I'm going to ignore this for simplicity. That's fine. Okay, so there's our token, right? And then now basically what I can do is I can check whether the token exists. And actually there might even be two tokens now. Oh no, there's only one. Okay, because it was overwritten probably. Okay, so then, you know, if I refresh it, it's still going to be there, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So now what I can do, let's go back, JS cookie, none of this. So we can essentially then say, you know, we can check the token immediately, right? So we can say let token. Well, actually, we need to send it. Wait a second. So we need to send it to the back to the server to validate, right? Yeah, maybe. Okay, so then you know what we need to do. So when we get to the message board, okay, we need to get the cookie and then send it back to the, we need to send it back to the, oh, we can do a use token. Where's that from? Oh, from this, I see. Protected route. Wait, but where's our use token? Where's this hook being defined? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Maybe it was up here. Yeah. Okay. But that's because we're not doing. That's because we're not doing cookies with this, so that's fine. Okay. We're not giving it. Okay. So what we need to do is we need to validate it. Okay, so we need to validate the token. Or verifying it. Authenticate token. So we need to verify that. So we need to send that from the client. And then okay. All right, let's take another break. So I need to send that, I need to do another request to the server. Again, so I need to actually include some middleware, some more middleware here. Like a verify. Although then maybe that would be in the utils, right? Verify password, generate token, validate token. I wonder though if I do this. Yeah, so we can do a verify. So my plan is when we, so after the login, okay, so with the login, we set the, oh, you know what? Maybe we want to await the verify here before we even navigate to the message board. That would actually be way easier, right? Or do we do that? Auth header. No, actually, we do want to do it in the, we do actually want to do it in the message board because we may not be coming directly from the login, right? Okay, so then in here, what we want to do is we want to get the cookie, send the cookie to a middleware on the server that then triggers a helper function to authenticate the token, and then sends a success back or a fail, which then conditionally renders the message board. So that's what I'm thinking. So I don't know. Again, maybe this is the wrong approach, but this is kind of how I'm seeing it in my head, at least. Actually, you know what, guys? My water is a little warm, so I'm gonna change it out because it's a little, you know, I want to get some nice cold fresh water. So I'll be back in literally a minute. All right, I'm back. I was just saying hello to my cat as well. I just wanted to let him know that he's being a good boy because he's not tearing up the carpet. He's just sleeping. But anyway, okay, so this is good. So that's what I'm going to do. Hopefully I can get this done, not this whole project, but this cookie protected route business done by the end of stream. I got 2 more sessions. So, you know, we'll see. All right, let's hit the grind. 25 more minutes. All right, let's get back into it. So we're going to want to get the cookie. So we're going to say, and we're going to want to do a send. We're going to want to do a request. So we're going to do. So we're going to do a const validate or verify token. Then we're going to get the token inside here as a string, and then we're going to, and this can also be an async function, right? And then so inside of here, we're going to send an await fetch. Actually, we're going to say const data, I don't care, is await. Wait, actually, how do I want to do this? Yeah, fetch, await fetch. And then from the, you know, server URL, slash API slash auth slash verify. And then we're going to want to do our headers and stuff like this. But actually, before I even do any of this front end, I want to write the back end logic, right? And we're going to call verify token to verify on backend or something like this, right? Okay, but we want to do the backend logic first. Yeah. So we're going to do a verify, or I guess authenticate is fine. Verify token, I don't care. Const verify token posts. And then async I'm gonna dip out, Ben. My shift is done. I have to commute. Keep grinding. Appreciate you, Lennis. Thanks for the support, as always. All right, so let's do request response, and then we're gonna do our try catch here. Okay, so then we get our request header. So we're going to say const header token header is going to be from the request.headers authorization. Const token is auth header or token header. Actually, maybe I want to call this auth header. I'm just kind of following this here. Auth header, wait, what's the double and again? And auth header split. And then we're getting, oh, we're getting rid of the bearer. But then why would we need this first? I don't know. So this is just getting, because as header auth header is of the form bearer and then token, right? Okay, so we say if not token, return res.status 401.json message missing token. And then we need to validate it, which maybe we can extract into a so we can do import JWT from JSON Web Token, const, export const. Actually, no, we'll just do, can I do export default const? No, that doesn't work, does it? We do jwt.verify token process.env. I forgot, actually I need to see what my env jwt underscore secret. So the same as there. This is fine. Why doesn't this work? Error decoded. jwt.verify token process.env. Argument of type string or undefined is now its final parameter. Secret public key input buffer JSON web key input. think I'm using the .env.config, right? Yeah, so I don't know what the deal with that is. Maybe because I haven't written anything in here, probably not. Maybe I actually need to put this inside of, let's just delete this extra not abstraction, but an extra layer here, and just put it right directly into the so that's still the same problem. res.status.403.sh invalid or expired token. Oh, what the problem is, this should have been working before. Process env, generate token. Secret. I don't know why this then doesn't give me errors if because I passed this in as a string, the process.env.jwt secret, but this has a type jwt.secret, so I need to, like, I don't know, cast this maybe? Can I even do such a thing? As jwt.secret. God, that's sketchy. I don't like that. But I think it'll work, maybe. And then okay, so then rec.user. What the hell is rec.user? Is that for some sort of rec.user is decoded. Decoded contains the payload that was originally signed and the request is allowed to proceed. But I just want to, like, validate it, so rec.user equals decoded. We don't have a rec user. Let's just see what jwt.verify even okay, we have the signing, that's fine. Decoded is verify. Console.log decoded dot. I think we could just send back like res dot, you know, we could just return and we just console log decoded. And then we just res.status 200.JSON message, or just success or something. Message I don't know, something like this, right? Token authorized. Or token verified successfully. Something like this, right? Okay, so then that's good. So now I think we're ready to, okay, we actually have to attach it to the router, right? That's fine, that's easy. So we can do an auth router dot host slash verify. And then what was the controller? Verify token posts. Which I don't export, I don't think. Yeah, I don't export it. Okay. Then we just need to import this. Good. All right. So that's not what I wanted. So now we can test this all in Postman, I think. Okay, so let's log in with tests and tests, right? So there's our token. Copy that. Then change this to verify. And then so then in the headers we want authorization headers. Okay, so we have our token, right? That's fine. Can I add a header? Maybe like a new request or something. So you do posts verify. Oh, we put it in down here. I see. Authorization. And then bearer, and then the token, right? Is that literally it? And then we don't need anything in the body, I don't think, either. And the token was verified. Cool. Now, if we give it a bad token, like we just edit this, then we send it, invalid or expired token, nice. And if we don't give it anything, missing token, perfect. Okay, nice. Okay, so this backend now works. All right, good, 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 good. That's what we want. All right, so we have our backend working. So I'm gonna actually just make that change. I don't want to actually stage all of these. Wait, let me get this out. Can I like unstage the client side ones? Okay. So we'll say create token verification or implement. Good. Okay. Oh wait, no, I don't want to commit this yet. Okay, so that's fine. All right, so then now everything on the server should be good. All right, so now I can actually go to the front end and hit that endpoint, right? Or not endpoint, that route. Actually, I don't even need it because it doesn't return anything, right? Await fetch. Because how can I get the response? Okay, I can call this res here. And then you need to give it the headers. Wait. Method posts. Credentials include. I don't know if I need this or not, but I'm going to do that. How's it going, Priyanshu? Please don't spam in chat. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So I'm going to give it, I don't need any content because I'm not sending any content. So I'm just going to do headers. Authorization. And then it's going to be a bearer with the token. I think it was authorization, or was it authorization? It was, okay, good. And then no body. And then basically what we do here is we then get the response, and then we say if response.status is not 200, then we're in trouble, right? It's not a string. Then what do I do? I need to handle the error somehow, right? Maybe just redirect to login or something. Redirect to login. Actually no, because this is actually no. We'll just return res.status is 200 as a boolean, and then what we'll say here is in our return we'll say, because I guess it would be undefined to start if we set something asynchronous, because how we need to get loading in here. We need like a loading state for the message board. I forget how to do that. React async loading. I think this might even be inside of a use effect, right? I actually didn't think of that. It'd be a use effect thing. Yeah, so what we'll say is const authorized set authorized use state boolean, and then we need to import use state. Okay, and then do use effects. And then we need to do so this is an asynchronous thing. That what we can do is we can say verify token dot then, maybe, because does this return a promise? No, it doesn't. I could even return fetch, because does this send a promise? I can just do return fetch. Verify token dot then. No, okay, so verify token. What's the problem here? Oh, because it needs the token argument, which we need to get from cookies dot get token, right? Argument of type string undefined. Oh, right. We'll actually need to do we can actually do this outside of here. So we say const token equals cookies dot get token, and we'll say if not token, then set authorized to false. And then we don't want to do that inside of the use effects, or do we? Maybe we do, actually. So we can do this. So if token set authorized to false, else verify token, actually I don't like the way this is working. I want to do if token, this logic, else okay, and then what we'll do is we'll say verify token dot then, and then we get the data or the response, and then we'll say result, and then we'll say set authorized to result, and the result should be a Boolean value. Actually no. Response. There. That should be good. Right? Maybe. And then now we conditionally render this based on authorized, right? Then we also need const is authorized. And then we'll say not is authorized. Loading, maybe? Set loading. And then we'll do use state true. And then we'll do if token, and then we'll say, at the end of this, we'll say set loading false, or something, I don't know. I don't know if this actually works. I think it does, because this is okay. Let's take another 5-minute break. And then we'll do our conditional rendering, right? Now this should be fine for refreshes and stuff, because so we give it a token and it lasts an hour. Okay. And then so for up to an hour, as long as the cookie is in the browser, then the user will be authenticated to join the message board, right? So I also need a navigate. So what I need to do is I need a conditional return. So what I need to do is I need to say if loading. Actually, I'm going to wait till the break's done, because I need to, give myself a break. So we'll do if loading and then else, or if not loading. I don't know. We'll see. What is going on in Discord? Oh, okay. All right. We could make like a loading component or something. But I'm not going to bother. With this, so. Hey, buddy. Might do a cat reveal stream at some point. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe if I hit if I get monetized or something, I don't know. Or hey, I hit 2,000 subscribers, whatever happens first. I also need to do laundry after the stream too. It's the other thing. Welcome home. Hold on, guys, just 1 second. All right, we're back. Let's knock out another 25, and then we're gonna end it for tonight. Okay, all right. So let's. Where were we with this? Yo, how's it going? Real horror. Where? Okay, so we have the token. Then we verify. Okay, yeah. So we need to actually do our conditional rendering, right? So we need to say if not loading, then if authorized. Then we return, the message board or whatever it is. So we'll just say message board, right? Sure. It doesn't really matter at this point. Otherwise, we return. Actually, we don't even need an else clause here. We just return, or we actually redirect, right? So we want to navigate. We want to use navigate, right? So const navigate. Use navigate. And then we can navigate back to the or actually maybe a navigate React router navigate like this guy. Navigate to, let's go to navigate, yeah, so to, we'll say login, right? Something like this. We actually don't need this navigator. Otherwise, we will return like a like loading, something like this. Doesn't really matter. Okay, so this theoretically should work. So when we're loading, you know, it says that we're loading. Otherwise, if we're done loading, then if we're authorized, we let the user into the message board. Otherwise, we navigate back to the login. We should also probably have, some error report back to user, like login failed or something, right? So I don't know. So that's fine. So let's go back to this. Okay, so we're in our message board, so that's good. So I want to actually clear out this cookie. And so if I go back to the root, okay. So if I try to access message board without being authenticated, it'll redirect me to login, which is exactly what I wanted, right? And you know, I could so it won't let me go in. But if I log in, and we have our token, oh, but then it, maybe it redirects me too soon, I wonder. But because, okay, so now if I go to message board, it'll work. Oh, no, it doesn't. Interesting, why? We have our cookie. Does this fail? This error opens anytime I open up the dev tools. I think that's what that is. Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, so let's go back to our login logic. Okay, we navigate to message board. And this doesn't work for some reason, which it should. So we navigate to the message board. So we await login user, which then sets the cookie. So we do token data, and we fetch, which sets the cookie on the server side. Yeah, I don't know. So what's happening here then? Oh, then maybe then a dot. Maybe the loading's getting changed too fast here. So we can do a dot then set loading to false. Or maybe that's not how this works. Await verify. Okay, so we could actually say const res. I can do it this way. I might need to. Can I make this async? No, okay, I can't. So this is what we'll have to do. Okay, I need to do some refactoring here. So I need to make this an async function. So we'll say const verification. verify is async. And then so we do this logic inside of this. So we'll say if token, then const response is await verify token with the token. And then we'll say set authorized to res.status. Actually, we want this to be a Boolean. Equals 200. And then we can set loading to be false. Else set authorized false, set loading false. And then we just run this function. Verify. Okay. All right. So now this should work. Maybe. Okay, so we have our token. Let's get rid of the token. Test, test. There we go. That worked. I just needed to do it with this pattern because it wasn't asynced properly. So now, if I remove this token and then I refresh this, it'll take us back to the login page. You know, if I put in bad credentials or whatever, or stuff that doesn't exist, it won't work. But I need to have some sort of way of showing the error, you know, for why it didn't work. You know what I mean? Because I mean, it showed presumably somewhere, right? You should have returned, if we go to console, yeah, or network, I mean, it's going to give us, you know, so if I put in bullshit credentials, oh, it didn't even give us a fucking thing. Unauthorized, yeah. Okay, so that's the other thing I need to hammer out, right? So upon successful login, put generated an authorization header. So we have that done. We have our protected route. So now the next stuff that needs to be done, we should probably like hammer these out, right? So let's say, actually I should probably move these to the top. Or no, I'll just do it down here. That's fine. So we need to have show login errors on login screen, on login view. So that's something we need to do because, you know, we don't get that. Optional prop passed. And then what else do we need? Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be a prop. What else do we need? And we actually need to implement the message board, right? So we need to actually implement the message board. But that I don't think is a big deal. So I'm thinking if there's anything else strictly related to auth that we need to do for user experience. The other thing I can do, I guess, is add a instead of have a link to log in, what I can do is I can add a link to the message board as well. Actually, okay, before I do that, though, I want to commit this. Add login frontend, or what should I say, implement protected route for message board. Verify token by sending token back to server. Handle verification logic inside message board. And then like redirect user back to login if token verification fails. Otherwise, if token is valid, show content. Something like this. Oh, this was the same. I don't know why this was not staged before. Something like this. I don't really care what it is. Okay, let's just sync those changes. Okay, good. So now we can add that link. To message board. And then message board. So now if I go back to the root, so we have sign up, login, message board. Click message board will redirect us to login because we haven't, we are not authenticated. But if we authenticate ourselves and we're logged in, now if we go back to home, we go to message board, we're already authenticated because the token is there. So that's great. And I could even say something like, I could even get the user somehow out of that. I'm not 100% sure how I would do that. You could pass the user information maybe to the message board, because we need to do that anyway. So we would need to pass user name information, or pass user info. To message board component, right? So that's fine. Such that messages can be posted accordingly. Okay, so I think this actually, as far as main auth, like the core auth loop, I think we're pretty much done. So that's fine. So we can actually go to Odin here. Can I use crack software in Mac, and can I download crack software? You're asking the same. Oh, can you use it or download it? I think, yeah, I think so. It's probably not as easy, but I think you can. Okay, so I think this is pretty much, we got everything we wanted to out of this, right? Out of this lesson. Yeah, so we compare the hash passwords. Yeah, so whatever. So we basically, did this already. We did our authentication loop and all these things. So that's good, right? I'm just gonna, again, this Odin project, this Odin project lesson is completely different than what I did. I implemented token-based authentication. This is a stateful authentication with Passport.js. I'm just using it more as a guide. Okay, so then now this is the kind of the project that I started working on, which is, because I kind of wanted to prevent having to replicate work. I was just going to use the auth system that I built for this lesson, for this members only app, right? We should probably do data validation. data validation in sign up and login client side. Express validator, right? So we have our login form, and then so message board. So for the message board, we're gonna need to have allow users to post new messages, insert form on message at bottom for users to add messages or something like that. Something very similar to the kind of message board thing that we did before, right? Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So allow users to post new messages. Okay. And then we also need to have the admin functionality, right? So then we need to actually add that to our schema. Messages. We'll give it an ID, int pk generated or something. And then we'll give it a author, which is a foreign key to the users.id. Well, it should be a varchar. Or no, it would be an int. Foreign key users ID. Okay, and then so we have an author, author user name, which is a varchar 255. Maybe author ID. Date. And then this would just be a timestamp. Posted time. Maybe like a posted at. And then so we can also modify our user to be like is admin. Boolean. Is that a type in Postgres? Boolean type. It is just Boolean, okay. Okay, that's fine. Because we're going to need to have admin ability. So add an optional field to the user model called admin, and then add the ability to delete messages. So then we need to have admins able to delete messages. Yeah, interesting. So by this point, anyone who comes to the site should be able to see a list of all messages with the author's name hidden. Oh, okay. Allow signed in users to post new messages. Users that are not signed in should be allowed to see messages, but not the authors of the messages. Okay. But we could modify this to our own. Like we don't actually need to include this. I think this is kind of a silly thing. We don't need to include that specific thing. So we can just have it as a protected route. We don't actually need that spec. That's fine. Okay, then what else do we want here? We could probably honestly have the message author ID and posted at be a combined thing. Like we can say constraints, and then we could say PK is like author ID posted at like both, right? Something like this. I don't know. We probably don't need an individual ID for messages. Okay. Allow sign-in users to post new messages. Allow users marked as admins to delete anyone else's message. Because then that'll allow us to test that kind of role-based access sort of deal, right? And then for admin marking, we can just do we just say add separate admin login or sign up, or add some checkbox to sign up that toggles if the user signing up is an admin or not, or something like this. It doesn't need to be super secure, right? Is there anything else I need for this? So we have our verify. From login on client. And then I don't know if I want to add refresh tokens. Add refresh tokens. Maybe. So I don't know. Add refresh tokens in auth. I don't know. Are there any other routes in the backend that I need? I probably need an API messages, or maybe add message. Queries, some like post, sent message from client posts or adds to messages table in database. And then also a delete message as well. Let's delete that. We'll just do this, delete message. Something like this. Okay, so I think that's going to be it for today, guys. I just wanted to kind of flesh out this planning document before I jump into the next stream, where I'm going to be, hopefully implementing, more of the message board functionality. So, hey, Jeremy. Can't afford Microsoft Office. There are free alternatives, like Google Docs is good, Google Sheets. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Feel free to subscribe if you want to follow me on my journey in learning web development and coding, and increasing my skill set and skill sets. I don't know. Join the Discord if you want stream updates, and I'll catch you all tomorrow evening. I was going to go live in the afternoon, but I think I have to move that to the evening, which is fine. So I'll see you guys tomorrow evening. Have a good night, /morning, /afternoon, wherever you are, and I'll catch you